Hello, my name is Hiram Munoz, and this is my Johari window speech. Defining myself through the Johari window model. The purpose of the speech is to present a speech defining myself using the four areas of the Johari window model. Today I will explore how my characteristics define me using the Johari window model. A quote from Margaret J. Wheatley states, "Without reflection, we go blindly our way, creating more unintended consequences and failing to achieve anything useful." By having a great self-understanding, I will be able to provide the key details about myself. I will share with you my defining characteristics and illustrate how others and myself perceive me. The Johari window model defines a person by organizing their characteristics into four sections, including the open, hidden, blind, and unknown areas. First, I will define my open area. The open area defines characteristics that are public. The first characteristic in my open area is that I am technically knowledgeable. People often ask me for technical help or advice. For example, I repair computers and electronics for friends and relatives. I was also consulted to design and implement a static control policy at a previous employer. I also engage in a variety of technical projects. For example, I built and customized an electric bicycle. And using my soldering skills, I also helped a friend assemble a solar panel using individual cells to save money. The second characteristic in my open area is that I'm honest. I am upfront about honesty. I tell my friends that they can trust my word, and I prove it to them whenever I'm called upon. I demand complete honesty from those closest to me, such as friends and family members. I have trouble telling lies, even the most trivial ones. I get nervous, and it becomes quite obvious when I'm not being truthful. I sometimes come across as rude and insensitive when asked questions such as, am I fat, or how do I look? It's difficult for me to be honest in those situations sometimes. Now that I have defined my open area, let's take a look at the hidden area, which contains characteristics that I keep to myself. There are many things about me that I keep private. These things fall into the hidden area of the Johari window model. My first hidden characteristic is that I'm overly self-conscious. I get nervous speaking to crowds. Words like and I stutter quite a bit in my speeches. And I rock back and forth, put my hands in my pocket also when speaking publicly. I also have trouble maintaining eye contact. I have to make a conscious effort to look up instead of looking down or looking away when talking face-to-face with someone. Sometimes my messages become unclear because I'm too worried about how I appear or whether I'm stuttering or how I sound. That makes me forget what I'm saying sometimes. My second hidden characteristic is that I'm claustrophobic. Standing in line makes me comfortable, such as standing in line at an amusement park, or standing too close to others might make me begin to sweat or feel uncomfortable. I actually left the Valencia graduation ceremony before the end because of the seats being too close to each other, making me nervous. Exiting the building, I found myself in another crowd bumping into more people, so I left the ceremony before the actual end. Now that we've defined the open and hidden areas, let's move on to the blind area. The blind area of my Johari window represents the characteristics that people know about me but that I am not aware of. And I'm told I'm sometimes lazy. I put things off until the last minute. Most semesters I have to stand in long lines at the bookstore because I wait till the first day of class to buy books. And one morning I accidentally ran out of gas because I forgot I was too lazy to stop for gas the previous night. And I use technology to avoid movement, which can be considered lazy. For example, I'll call people in the same house on the phone or send them text messages rather than getting up and talking to them. A lot of times I'll go out on bike rides and use my electric bikes so I don't have to pedal or get sweaty trying to keep up with people. Another thing is that I've been told that I talk too technical, even when it's not necessary. Sometimes people pretend to understand me. I have some friends that just nod their head up and down and say, yeah, but they may not understand what I'm saying. Um, a lot of people have asked me to call them back and repeat everything I just got done telling them um, on their answering machine so that they can have it for reference. Um, and also, I can be overly descriptive. Sometimes I go into those details that don't matter, um, and a lot of times people can miss my point because of the excessive details that I include. Unlike the first three, the last area of the Johari window model is the undefined and the unknown area. The unknown area represents my undefined future. First of all, I haven't made any important decisions about my career plan. I'm not sure how school will be affected when I find a job. My ability to remain a full-time student depends on whether I find a part-time or a full-time job. And the job I find might require additional training, affecting the courses I might end up having to take. And I haven't chosen an area of expertise with concern to employment. As a programmer, I have many different options, and I haven't decided which field I will pursue as a specialty. It's also unknown where I will end up. Second, I don't know where I will end up living. I would prefer to stay where I am, but I might not have that option. I could telecommute to avoid moving, or I could travel back and forth and maintain my residence in Orlando. But better opportunities exist in other states, such as higher pay and cost of living considerations can really make some states appealing and also take some out of the picture. And for programmers, job availability is really high in certain states, such as Texas. The Johari window has helped me to define my true self. We have discussed how the Johari window model defines me. The open area defines my public characteristics, the hidden area defines my private characteristics, and the blind area defines characteristics that I am unaware of. And finally, the unknown area defines what is undefined in my life. The Johari window model helps us all understand our defining characteristics and how they relate to us. A quote by an American spiritual teacher, author, and philosopher, Vernon Howard, said it best: "Learn to see things as they really are, not as we imagine they are." Thank you.